Okay, let's do the other two functions. Write a function that will return a letter grade based on the score given. So the letter grade is a char. Then our return type is char. And let's call it letter grade. And it's based on the score given. So you are given a score. You can define it as int or double. It really doesn't matter as much. And then we copy this header and define it. Okay, so our returned result should be a char. Then I will declare a local variable and call it letter grade. No, let's just call it grade. I don't want it to be the same as the function name. I can make it empty. So how do we evaluate your score? You know, if your score is 95, you get an A. If it's 72, you get a C. So it's an if-else statement. If score is greater than or equal to 90, then your grade is what? It's an A. Remember the single quotes. Okay, I did this off the record. So if it is greater than or equal to 80, you get a B, etc. I simplified it so you don't have a D. If you are below 70, you get an F. Now, remember the last statement is always return. So what do we return? We need to return the grade. After this evaluation, your grade is either A or B or C or F. So whatever it is, we return it. Grade is a char. Our return type is a char. So that's good. Now let's call this function. To call this function, you need an int. Let's get that from the user. Okay, points. And now we can print out. So your grade, your letter grade is, and we call the function letter grade, and we give the function points, and the function should give us the letter grade. Let's run this. Okay, please enter your grade. It's a little bit confusing. I should have said, please enter your points. 45, I get an F, right? Okay, we can run it again and try. Let's enter 82. I should get a B. Okay, good. And you can, as I said, you can call it again. Your letter grade is now. You can cheat and just give it a good grade. Give it a 105 and you should get an A. Okay, let's run. Your grade, and you are truthful, so you entered 67. Your letter grade is F based on that, but if I call it with 105, remember, now your grade is A. Okay, that is this function. Let's look at the other function. Write a function that will return this one. Write a function that will return the full name based on the two names given. So we want the full name. Full name, name. It's not an int, not a double, but a string. And remember, if you are using string, you need to include string, right? Okay, so let's include string. Okay, so the return type is string, and I will just call it full name. And what do you get before you do the full name? You get two names. So I will, the two names, obviously, they are string also. First, second. Okay. And once again, I'm copying this header, and I can collapse this one now because we are done. Okay. And define this one. Since we are returning a string, I'm going to declare a local variable called string, type string, and just give it an empty string. And now result is equal to, how do we combine them? First plus, give it a space, second. And the last statement is always return result. And as you have remembered, this can be done with one statement. Okay, so that is the definition. And now let's do that. So your full name is, okay, we just call this function, and my first name, my last name, right? Okay. Or we can do this. We can declare them and get them from the user. You can do that. Or you can just not to take too much time, I will just give it a first name, and second, give it a name, John Smith. It's a generic name I always use. Oh, okay. Since I'm declaring them on the same line, I should not have string here, delete it. Okay, so now let's see out. This full name is, and we call this function with two variables. First, second. Okay, let's run. Okay, enter your grade. I'm a good student. I'm entering 87. I get a B, but the system changed it to an A, and that's my full name. That's my full name. So this program is good. That's it for this one. I'm going to do the other one, the other two in another video.